and Yama Robi and Naya, a war I can came, and only at the Toho. Ye so a mamma frano max. Yedikai, Bruni because a pronunciation, and no a quaya, a frano, a faso, a bobo in Simfuano, and as a worse, no, a brow ye, I can kind no. Sanso, and at the tosum, you know, a punctuations.
Schools na ya de atachefo no so ya de atachefo no so aya de pa ana wo kinim ana profano a story book it's a kai story come it's apona na media mama why ha mo sha no asanse amamre
and at the prefer Yura, His Royal Majesty, Otumfuo Osei the second, Ashishe Ediama Ashanti mine. I am community reading challenge. Now Sabre Akudieno, I do him pompons, wapa, Mechanism, and we here. I'm a phenomenal call fanas, no, and we loom. Ye was saying, I shall see. A friend you can see the shots here, and you key, I can come, and one I hear the shots here. Who was 2 minutes? Manhyia, yes, yeah, bro, and no phone. Fire to Yanko.
Otumfuo say to Otosu woko 20 man there Tosu nsia. Afia pema nkon aduonu mu Kumasi. Ono na no ya Asante hima na na afia ko bi se 1 pem ka atire. Na edin a wode ma no ne bema kwa akudia. No ya abofra kra na wode no ma no wofa. Ohene ba mensa bonsu. Afia pem ankon aduonu mu wosi no hia hene no. Oye no na no say to ya Asante man fire by no asini pe. Ne senti ohene ba mensa bonsu bo modin bia say ifri bema kwa akudia nkwada abre mu no obenya mfaso efra Asante amamre ni amane ho adusuam. Abranti edihye yi konto asosuku osehwe oso ento asosuku eho no na akodwa aduhia otoso mienu sahwe oso manhene no ye ne hwefo brema kwakudia san ko Kumasi afi apema anko adiosian kumu koto an suku so wo se kyerɛtwie ento asosuku afi apema anko adionso ba kumu no okonkran kusia accountancy or Institute of Professional Studies infie mienu achi no otukwan ko United Kingdom koto accountancy so no so or Kilpen Polytechnic, Oko University of North London, Kusia Human Resource Development, ne Public Administration. Afia Pem Ankro the watching Kumuno, Oba Ghana, between Timono and Gasanejuma, our Freno, Transport International Limited, Sabrano, no one near Juma Yomusia Mupi, every time you made this way, Mutual of Omana Insurance Company of Toronto, or Yajuma says senior consultant. Britannia Edmapon London a day of zone or Yajuma will say finance officer. Afe Manpower Services Commission ne Bata Brent Council London no dear or Yajuma say professional administrator. A bra will ye brema could ya say Uncle see in your Otumfuo Pukwaro to Suninu or Koya Prano name Musa Santino or Bobo see Titru or Ghana ha a fair pema radio Krum or Forensic Busuminu will see you for say to Otosuminu Asante. Ono no to so dunsia a wa fru sikadwa o de odoma ko achede a ye ojo ye ni monyam de fru
Anumanje yadase
so me being the Harriet appear because school of Good Shepherd RC
nice one why ya crowd and I say enter ma unkopi wabre
pacha my crowd
sa
pacha
enti nkunu bia botu de bekopi o de bekwa inside
pacha
yo na cha for one who ye pa I'm ready for King Akenkan number 2 lady fire 2
Osio coin Paul be fasole ne fefo ne ne manfo edi nkita ho na ochrema obi ati ase se ahenye gina atensene ne enkabo ni nipa nkenyanso ebra wode no di ade no na enkonya ho aprapre asase ho ntokwa ne abusia ntokwa ahye Asante manuma na sama nsuchi bi mpo wo oman no ahemfu pekuo kese ne atemwafie kese mu a wentue muwa infie kakra bi mu no Asante hili tumi di sansemi nyina ma omanfo nyina bo no mrane se ohini Solomon Efi bra Otumfuo say tutu otosu mienu bedi adie no. Odina kenye ne ahinye foforo a ode ma Asante man. Titiru ne Ghana fo nyina age eniso kese efi omanfo ho. Ohunu se asumdwene adedin ba oman mu a ekre ahinye penti. Otu ne manfo fo se wonyan manso twen na wontu entokwa pata ho anamon wo ensase ne ahinye ho entawantawa atese Asante man mu no ho. Ordinansa ni inketesie edise edwumai ama ne manfo di obuo kese ama no. Otumfuo say tutu otosu mienu eni swadi nufa adisua apomuden ni sikasem impuntuo ho. Otumfuo Charity Foundation say your friend Otumfuo Foundation no ye adwumakuo bi a wodi si ho say enfa Otumfuo Education Fund no so mwa Ghana for saa ejuma no dwumadie aboa kwasafo ahoro a ewo Asante man mu ni ahoho bia nso. Ejuma no beye otade a ankrankra ni enyumakuo to ntobua kogu mu de boa ni modemo. Ejuma no eniku inkrasin putuo ho. Se beye a edesisi enyuma krabia etitafo afie suku adan ni de ekeka ho. Ejuma no aboa kwasafo ahoro a ewo Kumasi man mu ni amantam afoforo mu nso. Otumfuo teacher for abasubode no ya fiafe abasubode bia wode ma teacher for bia wetu won ho asi wo se wode mindie beko inkrase afi mpimienu mu no Otumfuo de libre ball de roche akrankra ni adumako ahodo adwene ba so se esese oboa inyankani oni biefo efi ebra ofiti Otumfuo Education Fund no ase no aboa asiafo bebre empemie nsa wo suku ahodo nyinaa
we are already hinam so obebua peja adisua wo man Ghana mu na ma Association of Commonwealth Universities man Simon Sabasobode wa fimpim mienu bosomi oporiso nimu no bionso siapo awodo free wiase afananya nyina mu ama na Abasobode honorary doctorate degree ya she no ahencha kran ne said wasilo chancellor ama ebibirem ha siapo a agidi nimu ba ko ene Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology wo Kumasi Adia ba ko Otumfuo say tutu otosu mienu bia bani nsi achiban ma apomudi fiti ase a litiri mpane se wodi sika babua ama ma wokwa awoso a wontimi nwo efa wo mfa wo maso atie na etinye ni yare awoso na atie eni afeni Burundi also aye wana won krase bebirelum ne fa yade nyina so atie saa dwumadie nti Otumfuo Rotary Club for dwumadie a wodie no soro ti obehwa na watete mofratia owo nyare wasi a polio ka ho no bionso watintin sa wampem foundation wade ma nkwadan eno de ne yire no hweso Lady Julia wo se tutu a wahe ahenam sa obeboa mofra HIV aye won Otumfuo say tutu otoso mienu si ni bokwaje muafiri World Bank Ghana ban peneso no na wade kodi dwumadie a friend promoting partnership with traditional authorities project PPTAP afenso wataya henfo no kwasa wo mo wode ampa won ankasa sika na se Ghana ban anasa World Bank dem wo be fa won so a watimi akyekere won man said yese sika Otumfuo kwati free World Bank minti wasisi atichafo afia nso ne ayina mahodin wom afenso obo aban adwuma wodo ma wo hye won da wo ba wo bo no krase ne mokena Sajuma de na mahemfo wo Ghana asori a obi apese wo ye mpuntunjuma wo nukrom niama wo ye no bi ni aginye ne nsan djuma hodo.
Thank you very much Asokore Manfo. Atasma so ko nyina wa say omuta wachi eni ba bia wo go suko wo ye kado dia wo 2 minutes yenko.
Asenye so wachama sesei die wonam abefo kwan so na odi asem entimpata senye abesi manso twia na mu Otumfuo eni da so hunu eni suade hunu Asante man sika sem nkenya so ka ho eno na odi peja ankra enyuma hodo saa so na Niediani isia yede peti imfuo so ka ho otonsa frɛ won a wo pa asase aye nyuma hye won bo se obema obi asase kɛse bia ehia no Otumfuo se tutu ototo mienu bedi ade no emfie du pe na oye ma asumdwe ne nkabomba ne manmu sanfie du mu no wadi nkonwa ne ensase ho manso sembebro ahanuma Dagon dia odino na nsɛika ho wasanya tunia kan ne masɛm ne atetesɛm abomu ayɛ papema egyina pintin de ɔyɛ ne sɛ ɔhyɛ ma atetesɛm dane no ho sɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ebetumi ne masɛm atu anan bra ɛnhye ne bɔbea afi mpem baako ahanko adwokrum mmienu mu no Oman Ghana democracy fiti ase anya akɔnɔ esantu a amanyɔkuo tiafoɔ no anto abɛn nipa ankomra hyebedwamunti nanso ɔpɛpɔn afi mpem baako mu no afi mpinu baako mu no ɔman di nim bia na ebi si da amanyɔkuo tiafoɔ no di eku a na odi tumi no so nkunim wɔ abato a amanyɔkuo a odi tumi no ankasa hyehyɛ emu and also near bride, Kaya, ma, a sis, so on my penny be the idea prenua, and so could be on the edge, ma. Way ma, my penny that when you're the baby crow, J.J. Rollins, Paul, a Juma, a film pimium, only pa Rollins see no D in Chuma, a film in pimium, no abatuno, or red on at the Kumku for now, what am I your quote for new patriotic party, Muna, obedi idea. Sumi ana amanyɔkuo bi dan ama ne yɔnko no wɔ bere a edi kan no na ɛna fam koraa bere a na ayɛ huhu sɛ ɔmampanin dada mpene ma ekuo foforɔ no mmɛtena agya soɔ no Otumfuo ose tutu a ɔtɔ so mmienu di n'ano tuu mu siesie mente ne ho ase ne abufuo a na ɛsɔre saa bere no meda mo ase.
Yɛde wɔ si bebree fayɛkɔ.
Sɛdeɛ tumi firi amanyɔkuo baako nsɛm kɔɔ foforɔ nsɛm wɔ anigyeɛ ne afɛɛfɛsɛm mu no ebufu a na enenam aseɛ sɛ sumi na soja no nyinaa adwodwoe saa nsɛm yi nyinaa si wɔ Black Star Square ɛberɛ a nnipa mpempem ehwɛ no ani soɔ no na ebi nso hwɛ no kasamfoni soɔ wɔtaa ka sɛ ebibrem ha deɛ sɛ basabasa yɛ obi bɛba ha na efiri abatoɔ nanso Ghana deɛ afoforɔ ma yɛ mmɔ ne yɛ wɔ asomdwe a yɛde to aba deda ne tumi firi amanyɔkuo baako nsɛm kɔ ekuo foforɔ nsɛm no deɛ ɔmanfoɔ nim ne sɛ sɛ abatoɔ dane na kakra bi a ɛtoasoɔ no du hɔ a ayɛmhyehyeɛ ɛni so kakra yɛ ne ehu ba ɔman no mu deɛ ma ɛba saa ne sɛ amanyɔkuo ahodoɔ no de ɛtutu asɛm a ɛnyina amanyɔkuo bi soɔ so kɔ adubɔ abatoɔ nwia mu ne kasankyima ne wɔn ho Etoda nso a wɔbɔ abatoɔ komisatiri so fansɛm a ɛnni mu tia no sɛ wɔawia aban no mu ama ekuo baako adeɛ ɛbɛkye ama Ghana ato ba afempem dumienu mu no saa nsɛnsɛm yi a na esisiiɛ NPP ne NDC bɔ wɔn ho kɔ edu sɛ ɔbaako hyehyɛ awia abatoɔ no mu na ɔde basabasa yɛ aba ɔman Ghana mu ɔmanfoɔ kɔɔ so bɔ ho sɛ anhyɛ a amanyɔkuo a wɔbɛdi nsuo no mpene da sɛ ne nipa ani nkonim ankɔdi ɔmampanin saa amanyɔkuo mmienu yi nyinaa de saa ebufusɛm yi to dwa sɛ ɛbɛyɛ na ehu bɛfiri ɔman no mu nti ɔman asomdwe kuo ne fɛkuo ahoroɔ no srɛ Otumfuo ɔsɛe tutu a ɔtɔ so mmienu ma ɔto nsa frɛ obi a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ ɔmampanin saa afe no mu wɔyɛ saa nhyiamu no wɔ Kumasi nti wɔfrɛ no Kumasi Paimu Kasɛm Otumfuo ɔsɛe tutu a wɔtɔ so mmienu ka nipa baanan a wɔdii Kumasi Paimu Kasɛm no ho adanseɛ bere a abatoɔ no baa awieeɛ no basabasayɔ ɛtutu asɛm anaa.
In Ghana, it is estimated that in 5 girls aged 20 to 24 years are married before the age of 18. The key drivers of child marriage are said to be multiple and multifaceted and are linked to gender inequality, poverty, social norms, cultural and traditional practices, as well as teenage pregnancy. Although child marriage is prohibited under the 1992 Constitution, which stipulates that any person under the age of 18 is a person and therefore cannot marry or be married off, and the Children's Act of 1998 also defines a child as a human being below the age of 18, making it in compliance with the Convention on the Rights of the Child and the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of the Child. Child marriage is still rife in many parts of the country and across the world. According to UNICEF's June 2019 report, 12 million girls were married before they turned 18 every year, and in the developing world, 1 in 9 girls was married before they turned 15. Around the world, 650 million girls and women alive today were married before they were 18. In many traditional settings, child marriage is used as a way of protecting chastity, as premarital sex and childbearing are seen as a shame to many families, and in the Ghanaian culture frowns upon premarital sex and childbearing, and therefore early marriage is encouraged. Poverty is also seen as another driving force of child marriage. Most parents in especially rural communities give up their teenage daughters in marriage to help provide financial stability to the family. In 2014, the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection established the Child Marriage Unit to promote and coordinate national initiatives aimed at ending child marriage in the country. In 2016, the unit, in partnership with the United Nations Children's Fund and other key stakeholders, developed a national strategic framework on ending child marriage to ensure effective, well-structured and well-guided collaboration between state and non-state institutions. Although a lot of measures have been put in place to curb child marriage in the country, including on the international scene where the country has signed onto international resolutions such as the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination against Women on the national levels, where the country has passed laws such as the Children's Act, as well as efforts by various national and international organizations. Child marriage continues to remain a canker in the moral fabric of the country. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Acting Director General of the Commission for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, Dr. Freche Asamoah, has said the current government has invested almost $1 billion in TVET infrastructure and training alone between 2017 and 2021. That, according to him, made it the biggest investment in the sector by a government for decades, indicating that the investment was part of the 5-year strategic plan to transform the TVET sector nationwide. Dr. Asamoah disclosed that to the media last Friday to end his 2-week nationwide tour and monitoring exercise of the ongoing 2001 May-June certificate through core examination administered by the CTVET. The fund covers, among others, the construction of 32 state-of-the-art TVET institutions, 2 per region, costing about $500 million across all the 16 regions. Equipment for all the technical universities and technical institutes in the country, as well as capacity building of the personnel of the institutions. Dr. Asamoah was excited about the state of the organization of the examination across the country and pledged to liaise with all stakeholders to ensure that it remained free and fair for all students. The strategic plan, according to him, was also tied to the broader education sector plan, which was being implemented by the Ministry of Education. He explained that the government was currently undertaking 2 major projects to tackle the infrastructure deficit in the various TVET institutions. These projects are the Ghana-China project on the rehabilitation and upgrade of technical universities and technical institutions, and the upgrade and modernization of the TVET system in Ghana. We are upgrading 17 technical and vocational institutes across the country and building an office complex to support the unit responsible for TVET examination. Additionally, infrastructure and equipment are being provided at all technical universities to achieve quality delivery at the tertiary level with Industry 4.0 standards. Dr. Asamoah said. He further stated that the projects being undertaken were designed to support government efforts within the context of the human capital development priorities and to resolve key development challenges of low quality of skills produced by the TVET subsector in the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The Vice Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Professor Mrs. Rita Kosia Dixon, has advocated an overhaul of the national education curriculum at all levels to be science and technology, engineering and mathematics led. If the focus was to churn out graduates with the requisite skills to respond to the demands of national transformation, then the curriculum, which serves as a guide for training and formation of our manpower needs, must reflect same. She said, Professor Dixon said there must be a conscious effort on the part of all stakeholders in education to ensure that STEM education was hinged on critical thinking and hands-on experience. Speaking on the second day of this year's National Education Week program in Accra on the topic, Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, Education and National Development, she said there was a need to encourage the youth to study STEM-related programs in the various universities in the country on the theme Reimagining Education for National Transformation. The following event focuses on promoting STEM education in the country, especially among girls. The event brought together stakeholders to review the performance of the sector in the previous year and to chart a new course for the sector for the overall improvement of education in the country. She added that in developing a good curriculum, it must go hand in hand with training the teachers and technicians charged with the responsibility of administering the curriculum. Additionally, making available the necessary resources such as classrooms, laboratories, libraries and online resources increase the chances of developing that all-round graduate. I am, therefore, of the opinion that for the nation to succeed in training the necessary manpower to respond to the demands of national transformation, the teachers, lecturers, technicians and supporting staff should not be left out. She further added, Professor Mrs. Diskin suggested that the National Scholarship Secretariat, who could support the course for the study of STEM by devoting a portion of its scholarships to the study of STEM-related programs at all levels for both male and female students. We must continue to work at ensuring that the teaching and study of STEM-related courses is done in an abreast manner and begin to make the learning of STEM more practical. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Communications expert Professor Kwame Kakari has advocated local languages to be made compulsory subjects in schools. According to him, Ghanaian languages must be studied in all basic and second cycle schools in the country. If we can study English and mathematics as compulsory subjects in our schools, why can't we do the same for our own languages? He asked. He said aside from fostering national unity and cohesion, the practice should also accelerate the socio-economic development of the country. Speaking at the 10th anniversary of Oasis International School at Teshi Gredas Estates in the Greater Accra region, he said local languages created a unique identity and also promoted values, skills, and the culture of the people. Professor Kakari, who is also the board chairman of both the Graphic Communications Group Limited and the Oasis School, further expressed concern over the fact that some parents had chosen English as the only medium of communication between them and their children, saying Ghana risks losing its unique identity and culture if the practice did not stop. Our local languages will go extinct in the very near future if we don't take measures to remedy the situation, he said, touching on the theme for the anniversary, celebrating a decade of inspiring a passion for learning. Professor Kakari urged parents and guardians to support teachers to train children by making time for their own kids and not leave them solely in the care of schools. He further encouraged parents to speak their local languages with their children at home instead of foreign languages. The director of the school, Mrs. Christine Mariantechi, commended parents for their continued support to the school in the training of their kids. She also expressed appreciation to the teachers for their tireless effort in molding the characters of children in their care. Mrs. Nyantechi said the school, which started from humble beginnings with 9 children, now had a population of 518 children. The event was commemorated with spectacular performances in poetry recital, choreography, and drama. As part of activities marking the anniversary, the board chairman instituted 2 sets of awards for literature and mathematics in the school. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, are you ready, Yanko?
The Ashanti, Otumfuo II has urged Rockshore International, the company selected to develop bauxite resources in Yinehin in the Ashanti region, to live up to expectations. He said beating off competition from 38 other competent companies in the bidding process meant Rockshore was surely qualified for the job. The Ashanti said this when management members of the company and the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation paid a courtesy call on him at the Manhyia Palace in Kumasi last Friday. The visit, among other things, was to officially inform the Ashanti, who traditionally owns the lands in Yenahin, of their readiness to mine for bauxite in the area soon. Rockshore International was recently selected by the state-owned GIADEC to develop bauxite resources. According to estimates, the country holds 900 million tons of bauxite reserves, with the potential to produce between 10 million per annum and 20 million per annum. Rockshore will be responsible for the development of $1.2 billion integrated project involving a bauxite mine at Ninahini in Pasaso in the Ashanti region and a related refinery. The Ashanti congratulated Rockshore on winning the bid. He said it was appropriate that the government was looking for qualified companies to take over the remaining 2 concessions. In that context, he asked the Exxon Cubic Group, another local company, to consider tendering for concession to mine for bauxite in Yenahin. The Ashanti said he was aware that the Exxon Cubic Group had, in the past, tried unsuccessfully to mine for bauxite in the area. Nevertheless, he urged the company to give it a try once again, now that the huge bauxite reserves had been divided into 3 compartments. Otumfuo of 82 said Yenahin bauxite reserves had received a lot of public discussions in the country. He said at first there was the allegation that the previous government had given the reserves to somebody, which matter was settled in court. Later, he said, the government put it on tender and some 39 companies put in bids. In the view of the Otumfuo, once the government had divided the vast bauxite deposits,
on behalf of His Royal Majesty Otumfuo II, I'd want to welcome all of you to this final event which we are all witnessing today. And I'm pleased to inform you that I'm reading this statement on behalf of His Royal Majesty. I have always said that as a people, we need to jealously guard and protect our language. We exhibit our very lives and large part of our cultural values through our language. It has therefore always been my prerogative to ensure that the richness and uniqueness of our Twi, for that matter, Ashanti language, which identifies who we are, be kept alive and passed on in its full value from generation to generation. I also know the importance of strongly possessing knowledge and skills of the English language to be able to advance in today's connected world. I'm therefore happy that this maiden competition has taken place. And I can assure you that the 60 communities who were selected to participate in this maiden one were litmus test sites for the program. I envisage to extend this reading program to all the communities in Ashanti-Man in the coming years. I hope that the stakeholders in the education sector will commit to ensuring that we consistently perform these programs to enable our young ones have mastery over their languages. I am proud of my 60 grandchildren who taught in their communities, and I especially want to commend the overall winner who comes out today. Let me end by saying, well done to you all, and remember to keep pushing yourselves in your studies for your own good and for that of Ashanti Mind.
And there, the Pona Kese, say Ashanti Mind, Era, say, and I'm saying, woman, share a winty, or my pine, ama, ye maba, any branches, ya kind, and the Acharian, the almost share a school. I'm here who say, ye teacher also a year ejumapa. No, the Ashemu cannot say, a woman share, and a sister or mine. O man penny and another danko kufuado. E you may say, Minya or self-for me share woman share so, that the Odiasem and son say, the moment say, the young woman share quaco drew beer, the codru beer, or Piabe who say, one nam and woman share, swa, which is a son or mine. Now, woman share popping pa, and say, a baba and now a branch here, 80 making kind. When to me and can the office or tell you be on Tiasia, and on and numb a point this one over her now. I dear yes, geography, and now Bacosem, Emu, history. Now Apolana Pachibi, yeah, every dream. And so Henu crowd banner found one more trip paper so. A beba, now I'm passing. He said, Brofuno, that's what it's sure, only be I can kind on to me can kind. Engineer, what you call on me, I have a year pa. A man saying, okay, a man in a bank, an hour bank for a small can almost say, so call a man saying, we and Kala, Sabri, or Medu class 4. Or Hamu, a bupan at your Numian Sa, and can kind and sit the almost kind of say. No, and almost say, a woman's young here, and I will leave friends and learning poverty. So what grew class 4? Now, when to make kind Siasia, only the moon I try and say, when to mean Kowanim, Asia there, and yet there, Emma Darcy, Umaya Rabba, and I catch Emma a ye. Or Maymu, and February 2015, the Macasu for now for you and for her. Say, and so I know the Akoba and say, Open Kalao had ye, movie a new pet and let it be kind. And no cry up here, you know. We in Kalao ha. We wouldn't be Namu a Drunuma, or which we can kind at Siadena, or more kind of say. And the Uber Minister of Education, the near Bracy assistant, a friend the house assistant. Young who didn't see a woman share that you are more may assistant. Young Kalano, 18 can no Muntina, and woman home for Minister of Education and Yabrese. Ye baby, dear, Oko Crobia, so Crabia Saturday. Saoko Fa and Kala, or Medu Class 1. As I say, more your or happy animal, your clone, it's making kind. Omu ya dio numa emu aduana num eso mutenken kan
ene wada mo bobo diame ne bisa say jumedi bi say Otumfuo de aba no say na usi ehunu
me pacho me de redu kwa me redu de Otumfuo de aba no ebe boa papa ne gutu boa eyie ewo Ghana ha ana Asante memu ha sabe meti maka se sana ahemfu ni nyina ya gienu ha at least akwala oni bikula se na na pagya no ebetimi na edi na wie re school bia pese okọ na me ameka se mbaba akoka ho me ba na wiredu no nipa 3 no me ba ne be ma na owo mu no me wo Accra na ye to nsafre me a me de baaye no enti na 90 na me baaye me be bo adwumadie no enti na ye ma ne mo ye ma na yiko na nkoso no moa Ghana man ye da na se bebre nyame hira nana nyame hira nana ye da na se
madam oba I made you as a winner here o me say na see ya o as a father
me de ma ho dwiri e bi say obi a oni bie onyame nam nana so peja kwala ne sa no me da na se nyame hira nana bebre
yes that
yo
mama wadaroma ye mo akwaba obebu di a chere no aka ba bia ote
Bache from Halima Ijapoma Wasawase community.
Madam Obaka contestant in Ubiana.
Me bacho mane.
Oh okay. Na Obania friend said
Ubaraka Anomaisa. Ave Maria RSHS.
Okay. Ejuma dey be say no say na osi hu say ebeboa.
O ebe motivating kolani na senya obi enya award no ebe boost moral say obi etumenya they can also do it. To musua ade mo. Aha ebeboa mo pa.
Ti Europe so did you dey be say ben sembe na be ka sure.
Na me shira Otumfuo of course for program bi odi abasa ebeboa kolani pa. Yamin Shrano, Omana ho dene kwatenten. Don't to me organize stage programs to the member Frano. A bay increase or my dishan a brain. We motivate Tom or Motion there all the time so. Yamin Shrano.
Me we organizer I'm a comp. Never say Madam Teresa. Madam Teresa, Madam Obaka Juana. Me baka ho. Na friend say Emmanuela. Oh, na djuma de bi say no say na osi hu djuma de bi say. E fe pa ni gie wom. E ma kras menya ho keka. No next time watimi aye biem. Enti de mo so ma hwiri nyina nyame so nhye mo so ma na mu.
Europe so did djuma de bi say by say aseme na be ka sure no.
Bacha say
Europe so did djuma de bi say e by no sembe na be ka sure.
Me baka say nyame nhira no wa hwiri bia no. Nyame nhye na na mu. Wo mia nhira kwan, adom kwan. Onfa nom no Yesu di mu. Onfa mfie ni bi nka ni mfie ho. E wo Yesu di mu. Sika wo ma hwiri nyina, afefe dia ma ye nyina, nyame nhira mo. E wo Yesu di mu. Amen. Em to afoforo so na omo so na si yafo no. Ebi nka wo mo ho so Yesu di mu. Ti nyame nka mo ho.
E da se pa. Okay. You need a funny be adding come. You need the contestants to be any common name with some say. Send a Muslim who you made no. I saw them called through the challenge, you know, what were their challenges? What did they even go through? And you almost action come on. I don't know, more car about body am I.
But you didn't quadro so say to.
But you also say to two. Oh wow. We are contestant for which community?
Asafo community.
Asafo. I send you made a baby and send another who see you. And I send a Udika who you made no so.
Oh, Jumedian there, fine, Pansi and Pimpy, need Jumedia or what? About one more frama where you were in this idea, Wado Machedi P. Did you make the boy a year pan as our bombs?
My men are fast about.
Oh, first, and I mean, kind. This year, Jumedian by a medium who were meeting me kind. As some men, I do when we say Bibian Pedemi, be I meet my.
Into or say to two. When I now see or say to two, you made a be say a bay. Say and then send a catcher.
O meka jensi dan ase pa enyo onu anka ene ni ase sisi a wonam kra obia wanya ebuo sunku bi dia amaw esan se wa ba Otumfuo ade abedi nkunim tie dan ase na yakopon koso ama no kwantenten no ma no anigi a ne ahofa ma ode be ye nyoma bi se ama ye mofra na ye wo honum.
Hello, ne fra say
Efem Osubuatin Ryan.
Okay, Osubuatin Ryan. What your community be?
Ebuakwa community.
Ebuakwa. Okay, before say you made the event, say na osi hu no.
Oh, me when you say any GA, very encouraging. To a math students say nyaku kudro. I was reading because me, for instance, say I like reading. Many GA I can we pa. I think say this program is extraordinary and like it's so overwhelming and I'm so happy. I'm so very elated. Yeah.
Okay. So with the happiness you are having right now, tell something to Otumfuo say to the second for him being the facilitator of this project.
Yeah, I would like to say a very big thank you. God richly bless him, like prolong his life, and we are out of words. For me, I'm overwhelmed, and I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity up to this level. I couldn't even win to the final, but right now I have something, and I really thank him.
Any one of the 5 finalists that will compete for this competition ever did come on. Now she is the second runner-up. Hello, I'm Kwabene Frozen.
Until Medini Shake Kwabi or Hime, I'm representing a Doom community.
Wow. How was the competition?
The competition was tough. Nyamia Buamia made it third and Nyamia say, Emo Mendi first to the Basto Meniaji.
And in 7 I catch you 2-4.
But on make hard show Otumfuo say to the second say Yamin Shon Yamin Sunin Kwanem Nami Emani Yankwatin sing Medana Sapa.
And I said that you made the Susanna who said you made never one more friend.
But on me who say ever one more fra and my Yako your books so I can kind and then bring more fabric brain packing kaba minim say a Jumedia way on Mother Sessono a Bema more friend that's passion I'm a king kind.
That's a part.
My chum is with us.
Your friend Philip or him, the bunny insurance, if you're coming on him.
Now, who saw by a detail, send us here as a father.
Manager, Namu send Uncle Ponsona, I say, a colonel dossing ye, in Colano, out of 7,000 plus from community level to knockout stage, quarter final, semi-final, and the last 5 for finals. And then you can see an atom. In fact, I go to first. Nango sa ko di first. But I'm baby aye. E ti odi third no. Me je nyame ase. Me show nyame ni monam for that.
I dare say no be catch here Otumfuo say to the second.
As I can say if nyame show up no. Nyame show ye no na. Otumfuo Asante ni or say to the second. Say nyankopon man sa wisdom no. Say onfa emwa ni nananom. So na be ya Asante Kasa because young penny for no cramp on Asante Kasa no. Don't know say can see free China na aba. Hong Kong. You will put Asante Kasa na Otumfuo Asante ni e ya dia boy ye. Remember Ashanti and Asante Enyura. You can call me a Dutch. And it's Asante language is Enyura. There's Ashanti no, and you idea of future.
Okay, then another finalist, so I will to come on. And whatever my more would you make?
Pachoya friend Michelle Bafua Kusi. Me free state experimental basic 2-day chess, and I'm representing at Tasmanso community.
Okay. You are the third runner up, which means that you are the fourth person. Yes. How was it?
Oh. Na me free fear bani de na me bon pare say de nyankopon pe e na enye wonom e na ye se de ade wono e na o de nya de kom de nti de nyame aye me bia aye me fe coming up to this point crown is a privilege and yes say o ma me na o mo sha ase no minim akenkan che o ma ya dum bi e na so me so e de nyankopon pe so na o ye nti de na wa ye no kwempa so mani mani agem ro so
today I say na be ka che hero opim so say to the second.
Yeah, Otumfuo say to the second. Onyankopon ensure o ma won kwatenten. Onyu free adum kwa adum na ma wahini enje din o wiase afa na nyina. Nyankopon ma won kwatenten ahoɔden wom. Amen.
And last one now, me the baby son say na jime de ebesi aboa mo contest and I say all the youth.
Oh, Jumadian to me, no. I'm improving on my reading skills. So first, I'm reading ya. So say my church, I'm says, so reading ya will be and ya like passion is so betsy or so kind. It's about one or crime brace. I'm doing this house and I'm in fair for so well. It's my show of young crying, say, be bia or nimiano or young fan unina, shimming uncle Pong, beton super eguso. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Wow, that was such an educative program. Of course, so our Manhyia Palace, the seat of the Ashanti Kingdom. I fear could be packed. I say, now who said that you made a years so the reading challenge. Any English. So I'm a funny Esibo or Muhammad Day. I'm a funny be express say, happiness to the program. Every money day, Taj Media be say, I buy it. No more than Otumfuo say to the second as a pa. So to me, initiative Media be say. Now I best stress because I have Pack TV for more educative videos, more interesting videos, and more exciting videos. We don't alamanka because I have Pack TV. You're the number for ever.
We are the pride of Africa. We give you all that you need. Pack TV.
TV, the pride of Africa.